Good evening, I'm Holly Brantley. Thank you for watching this digital edition of News 3 at 6. We continue to come to you online tonight while the crews work on our tower that was struck by lightning yesterday morning during those storms. Thank you for joining us. We will let you know when we are back up and running on the air. Until then, let's get right to our top story tonight. We begin in Benton, where one person is dead and one home destroyed by fire after police say a homeowner opened gunfire on neighbors and first responders. Here's what we know. Neighbors tell us it started with a wellness check around 9 last night. Police were called to the home on North 10th Street. Neighbor Keisha Johnson called police after a bullet busted through her front door. Another neighbor called to alert the fire department that the home was on fire. Nearby homes were evacuated for safety. Johnson says she was watching TV with her son when the shot came through her house.
My front door is completely gone, completely shattered it. The bullet entered my living room wall, exited through my kitchen wall, where it then traveled to my kitchen window above my sink and shattered it. They actually found the slug in my windowsill in my kitchen.
She says no one was hurt inside the home. Well, now we head to Carbondale, where police are asking for your help after some air conditioner parts were stolen from a business rooftop. In News 3's Waylon Walls-Parker has more.
A $10,000 reward is being offered after suspects were caught on camera targeting air conditioning units on the rooftops at this shopping center in Carbondale. According to the Carbondale Police Department, officers responded to Eastgate Shopping Center Tuesday for a report of a business burglary. Investigators later learned the theft actually happened several days earlier, on Saturday, February 28th. Police say unknown suspects stole parts from the air conditioning units on the rooftop of the business. Employees tell us both the Ashley store and the Ashley outlet store at the Eastgate Shopping Center were targeted. From the ground, in this video, you can see some of the rooftop units appear tampered with or missing components. Employees say another AC unit at a nearby business in the shopping center may have been damaged. During the investigation, police say a person of interest was seen on video in the area the morning the burglary occurred. Investigators are now asking for the public's help identifying that person. Police say the investigation is active and ongoing. They ask anyone with information to reach out to the Carbondale Police Department. In Carbondale, Waylon Walls-Parker, News 3.
Well, now to Marion, where police arrest 2 people after a traffic stop leads to drug charges. Officers say they stopped a car on West Young Street on March 4th for a defective windshield. Police arrested 58-year-old Janet Daughtry on a warrant and 36-year-old Forrest Holloway after police said they found methamphetamine and marijuana. Both were taken to the Williamson County Jail and the vehicle was towed from the scene. Well, police in one southern Illinois community are investigating after a truck apparently ran into a bank. Here's what we know right now. Check this out. Here is some damage to a pillar from the Anna State Bank. The Anna police chief tells us that this happened early this afternoon when a pickup truck crashed into the bank pillar. Construction workers called in to fix the pillar, and witnesses tell us they saw the truck pull through the drive-through, head for the ATM, and then somehow jump the curb and crash into the bank. This caused damage that you see there. Quite a scare for employees. Also, however, police say there were no injuries to any of the workers there. The driver of the truck was taken to the hospital for precautionary measures. Stay with us for the latest on this. The incident remains under investigation. Well, now to that forecast. You're looking live over Carbondale right now with the very latest on current conditions. Let's head over to Carl. Carl, what are you seeing tonight?
Well, we really got walloped by rain overnight, getting as much as 5 inches in some areas. We're going to have more on that coming up in just a moment. Temperatures in the upper 60s right now. We're going to drop down to about 60 going into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is going to be a super warm day, kind of a mix of clouds and sun, and we'll get up into the upper 70s. So we could be looking at some new record highs going into tomorrow afternoon. Now, beyond that, we are expecting that there will be showers and storms coming in early on Saturday, and then we're going to clear out as we go into Sunday, and then we're going to get more weather going into the early part of next week. So there's a look at your forecast for the next 5 days. Beautiful but very warm day tomorrow, way above average. Chance of storms on Saturday, nice looking Sunday, and the warmth continues into next week. Again, a chance of storms on Tuesday, about 76 for the afternoon high.
All right, well, new at 6-1 local airport is encouraging people to fly local. We're talking about Barkley Regional Airport. They are launching a new community initiative. It's called the Fly Barkley Pledge. The goal is to encourage travelers and businesses across the region to consider choosing Barkley when flying. Barkley recently added the new United service operated by SkyWest Airlines. And new at 6-1 Southern Illinois Orchard earning national recognition. That's Rindleman Orchards. They will unveil its official historical marker. The orchard was recently listed on the National Register of Historic Places. That means they'll join a network of historic tourist destinations. Rindleman will host a dedication ceremony for the new marker. That's happening on Friday, April 3rd at noon. Well, city officials in Cape Girardeau warning people to issue a precautionary boil water advisory after recent repairs lowered water pressure in parts of that system. The city says no contamination has been found, but residents should boil water for drinking, cooking, or brushing teeth for at least 3 minutes. Officials also recommend getting rid of any ice that you have in the freezer and using boiled water to make new ice. The advisory will stay in place until testing shows the water is safe. Well, students graduating from John A. Logan College this spring will celebrate their milestone in a different location this year. That's because of ongoing construction on campus. The college is moving its commencement and nurse pinning ceremonies because of that. Now, major renovations underway at the Carterville campus have temporarily closed off the front entrance and limited access to the gymnasium, which has been usually used for graduation ceremonies. As a result, the college has announced that both commencement and nursing pinning will be held at Mountain Dew Park in Marion this May. Administrators say the change is necessary while crews continue rebuilding the front of the campus, but the celebration itself will still honor hundreds of students preparing to move into the workforce.
So we're having our entire graduation ceremonies. That's the nurse pinning for our ADN and LPN and our graduation ceremonies at Mountain Dew Park. The front entrance to the building is completely demolished right now, and we're in the middle of waiting on that starting to be rebuilt. So that doesn't allow us to use the gymnasium for our graduations like we normally would.
The college's main commencement ceremony is scheduled for May 16th at 10 a.m. The nursing pinning ceremony for LPN and ADN graduates will follow that afternoon at 2 p.m. in the same location. Students who plan to graduate this spring must submit their graduation application by March 27th in order to participate and have their degree officially rewarded. Well, Egyptian Electric Cooperative is inviting first responders, farmers, and highway crews to a safety workshop in Murfreesboro. The Fields and Wire Safety Workshop happens Friday, March 27th from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at EECA headquarters on Finley Road. Organizers say attendees will learn how to handle downed power lines and other electric hazards. The event is free, but you need to register by Monday, March 23rd. Well, just a few high school basketball teams left in their pursuit to a state title. On Friday night, Benton takes to the court at 2A Nashville sectional finals. The Ranchers were back inside the Rich Heron Gym, trying to do whatever it takes to improve ahead of that sectional final. The Rangers have been a very dominant program as of late and are determined to get back to the state tournament. The team says they are at the right place at the right time.
In Benton basketball, this is like an expectation. It's not like we're not satisfied to win a regional championship. We want to keep going. And I think that's what everybody on the team wants to do. And I think that's why we all play so good with each other and do so well.
We played a lot of hard games in the regular season, and I really think that helped us in the playoffs a lot. I feel like we all expected to be here, and we made it.
So Benton expects to take on, or they do take on Carterville, that is, on Friday night in the 2A Nashville sectional finals. Well, now let's get to that full check of weather. There's another look outside over Carbondale tonight. It's been a wet couple of days and we are drying out. Let's head over to Carl for your forecast.
Well, we really got walloped by rain last night. We are going to get a break tomorrow. It's going to be a very warm day, possible record highs tomorrow. Then another round of storms coming in on Saturday, and then we're expecting a nice Sunday and more stormy weather going into next week. High temperature today was 71, way above the average. Record 82 set in 1910, or low 59, also much higher than average, and our record -11 set in 1978. So right now we've got just a little bit of cloud around and some showers coming through. We're expecting to see a bit more of that through tonight. Looking at what happened overnight, just a widespread area of more than 3 inches of rain. In orange there, more than 5 inches of rain, and we did get some reports of flooding in Mill Creek, water over the road, and also Old Appleton. Same story there. So it definitely was tough in some spots, but again, things have thinned out considerably. And going into tomorrow morning, we're expecting temperatures to get down to about 60. And then tomorrow afternoon, we'll get into the upper 70s. Now, the record for tomorrow in Paducah is 77, in Carbondale 77. So again, we could be talking about some new records going into tomorrow. Now, let's go into late tomorrow and Saturday. We've got a front off to the west here. That's going to move in early on Saturday, so some showers and some storms with that on Saturday morning. And then that is going to move out by the time we get into the afternoon. And then in the wake of that, it turns out to be a very nice Sunday. A lot of sunshine on Sunday. There again is what's happening on Saturday. Now, beyond that, we expect that it's going to be quiet, as I mentioned, on Sunday. And then we've got another system coming at us on Tuesday and another one coming at us on Wednesday. So we've got more of the same into Tuesday and Wednesday, showers and storms on the way on both of those days. So 59 degrees for tonight, mostly cloudy, slight chance of a shower or storm, 78 degrees for tomorrow. A little more cloud cover in the afternoon. And then looking at the longer term, again, a chance of storms on Saturday, primarily in the morning, 68. Sunday looks like a very nice day, 67. Slight chance of a shower Monday, 74. Then that's going to jump up to 80% on Tuesday and also on Wednesday. So, stormy weather continues. And then finally, we're going to get back into some cooler weather and a little bit closer to average towards the end of the week, about 56 degrees for the high temperature on Thursday with a slight chance of a shower in the afternoon. We're going to have more on your extended forecast coming up here in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Carl. Well, if you are looking for some comic relief, there is a well-known funny man coming to Southern Illinois. Actor comedian Marlon Wayans will be at the Marion Cultural and Civic Center this Saturday, March 7th. He's here as part of his Wild Child comedy tour. You may remember Marlon from the Scary Movie and Haunted House franchises, White Chicks, and recently the Jordan Pele film, Him, which is a psychological thriller. We caught up with Marlon ahead of the show and asked what fans can expect when the laughs start rolling.
The unexpected. I don't know what I'm going to do half the time, but you can expect to laugh. I will be funny, and you'll learn something from it. And I think, I'm in the business of delivering smiles. Laughs is a quick, momentary thing. A smile is something that you carry with you when you leave and you feel good. So that's how we do it.
Doors open for that show at 6 p.m. with the show kicking off at 7. Tickets can be found online at the Marion Cultural and Civic Center's website or by logging on to marlonwayans.com. Well, the Illinois Department of Natural Resources is looking for campgrounds to host for the 2026 camping season. IDNR says hosts greet visitors at state parks, help with camping permits, and answer questions about park facilities and local attractions. Hosts get free camping in their own RVs or trailers at designated sites. Anyone interested can submit a program packet or contact the site superintendent with questions. Well, Greenway Equipment teaming up with Jason Aldean and regional food banks with a special concert to benefit local food banks coming up in April. Here are those details. The concert happens on Saturday, April 18th at the University of Arkansas, East Arkansas Community College Fine Arts Center in Forest City, Arkansas. Greenway says this is their 8th annual food bank fundraiser, with all proceeds going to the Food Bank of Northeast Arkansas, Southeast Missouri Food Bank, and Arkansas Food Bank. Joey Keys, the CEO of Southeast Missouri Food Bank, says events like this help families facing hunger. And we have a consumer alert for you. If you're firing up the grill this season, you may want to check your grill brush. Listen to this. Weber is recalling more than 3 million metal wire bristle grill brushes because the bristles can break off. Those bristles can stick to the grill or food. If swallowed, they can cause serious internal injuries that may require surgery. The company says it's aware of at least 38 reports of bristles detaching. That includes 4 cases where people swallowed the metal pieces and needed medical treatment. Well, now to gas prices. The U.S. prices are the highest they've been in 11 months. AAA says regular now averages $3.25 a gallon. The jump is even worse for diesel. Prices are climbing as the war with Iran restricts oil supplies. Wholesale costs suggest the increases are not even over yet. And the International Women's Day is Sunday, and Barbie's making it with a new collection. Mattel says Dream Team lineup honors female pioneers. The Americans it includes our tennis legend Serena Williams and U.S. astronaut Kelly Girardi. The dolls in the collection represent women from around the world. That includes race car driver Regina Sievert, Alvarado from Mexico, soccer players, and pop stars, and more. Well, before we go, let's get one more check of that forecast. Carl, what can we expect tonight?
Very warm weather on the way tomorrow. Temperatures will get into the upper 70s. We could be looking at some new record highs for tomorrow. We're expecting some showers and storms to come in on Saturday, then a nice Sunday, then very warm again into the early part of next week. Just an amazing warm pattern. But notice what's lurking up here across the northern tier. That's going to come down into the area we think by the middle of the week. And so it should be a lot cooler to end the week. And here's a look at your next 7 days. So we're expecting again a super warm day tomorrow, 78. Chance of storms on Saturday, primarily in the morning. Then it turns out to be nice in the afternoon. Sunday looks great, 67. Slight chance of showers on Monday. That increases into Tuesday. Could be some storms Tuesday, more of that into Wednesday. And then finally, we get into some cooler weather, more like what we typically see at this time of the year, about 56 on Thursday.
Well, thank you for joining us for this digital edition of News 3 at 6. We will see you back here at 10. Until then, have a great evening.